Nobody fucking wins. Like it or not, you fight, you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Stop playing that fucking game. Like it or not, you bet you lose. None of that shit is up to you. So just fuck it, let it through. Now!
He really did.
Nobody has ever put it this well. Winston Churchill said,
What do you say?
capitalism is unequal distribution of wealth,
Yes. Yeah.
but communism is equal distribution of misery.
Ooh, noise. Noise. Pretty good.
We are fucking pro-capitalism, man. No capitalism, no rock and roll. We won't be able to play fucking
I don't believe that.
Gibson fucking guitar.
Why are you saying that? You'll make your own guitar. It will be part of your charm.
Yes, we could play guitar, but the
What?
rock and roll market that we have today won't like what we had ever. It's a capitalism.
You know,
Rock and roll. Capitalism fucking made it happen.
yeah, rock and roll is pro-capitalism and pro-hedonism and pro-drugs and
Yeah.
all this shit. I know that.
You made it happen.
I know. However, I'll see.
From
This
now on,
caribou.
it will be different from
However, if we do this mental exercise, this mental exercise is pretty simple. Here's one question: if everything is free, if theoretically, if
Yeah.
everything is free,
now. Like Eden.
like Eden, yeah, would you keep making music? For me, I know the answer is yes. I will still do it because I like making music. I don't do music to make money. If I make money out of music, will I be happy? Yes, of course I will be fucking happy. But I'm not making music to make money. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Of course.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Some people.
Some people will give up. They will say, "Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
I will not."
of course, some people would still be making and
Yeah.
playing music.
It will not be no matter what you do. Come on.
It's a
How can you go back in the past, like the Beatles and Epstein? It was just a point in history, you know.
They-
you cannot.
they
outgrow
played the
that.
capitalistic game just right.
No, that was once in a lifetime first thing. It was like new product, rock and roll band, new product. You cannot outdo that. How can you outdo that?
But doesn't mean they just did it because they loved it. They also play by the rules of the capitalism. They go all the way to make all the money.
No, they actually disagree. They were just working class workers. They were just playing all day. They had the manager that was doing all this shit. They weren't thinking all this stuff.
Nah, they also wanted to be rich too.
I never said they didn't want to be rich, but I don't think they were writing music to be rich.
I don't think guys like Beatles
Yeah.
would have been that big if they were in some kind of communistic country.
Dude, you've fucking seen Ringo? He looks like a fucking. He looks like he works in a can factory.
Yeah.
His face. You know what I'm saying? You look
Yeah,
at
that's
Paul,
what I mean.
You look at George.
They
have this
wouldn't
face.
get a chance to be what they became if they were in some kind of communism country.
Okay, so how did they became? You
So
think it
tell
was,
me, you tell me,
Yeah.
one great artist like Beatles from China or Russia. Tell me,
I don't know nobody.
because this is not capitalism. It's not fully capitalism.
No, because they're not as good. You're wrong.
No.
No. How do I know?
No. You
The
are
reggae superstar.
You are contradicting your theory you just said. There are always people who
Okay.
love to play music anyway.
Okay, I'll
There
ask
are
you-
always good artists
Okay,
everywhere.
I'll ask you a question. Which country is bigger, Russia or China?
In what way?
Like in length or in population?
Population.
Yeah, whatever.
China is like 7 times bigger than Russia.
Which country is bigger, China or?
The land, Russian land is bigger than Chinese land.
Okay, but man, come on. We have Bob Marley. How come Bob Marley became big then? Explain me that.
Because Jamaica was British
Jamaica.
colony. Because it was a British colony.
But come on, Jamaica, man, it's a little country. How he became that big?
Because he was picked up by British record company.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was picked up by Island Record, which was established by British record executive.
So you think it's the language? Then
no,
it's not the
it's
country.
it's a capitalism. It's a mark. It's a making it a product to sell.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how good you are,
Yes.
in not capitalized countries, there's no way you can make money out of it.
But we would have some different markers. How do you know that? We would have something else.
But there's no way you can get as big as something like Guns N' Roses or Beatles. It only works in our Americanized, capitalized first world. Yeah.
Nah, I don't agree necessarily, man. How do we have like Ennio Morricone? He's from Italy or France, not even English.
Because Italy and France is the same. It's capitalized country.
So let me get what you're saying. There is some kind of, let's just say, super talented artist in Senegal that we're never gonna hear about. That's what you're saying?
Dude,
That's what you're trying to
great
say.
talent.
Yeah.
Most of the great talents
Yeah.
in the world die undiscovered.
I don't believe that. Really, I don't believe that. I believe you have a
Because,
voice that's
come
pushing
on,
to
you
do it.
have a tendency to live in some kind of idealistic world in your mind.
So how do you know that? Like, do you have some report like saying that? I don't get it.
So you tell me then. You tell me who's the greatest artist that you know from Senegal. Who is it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's my fault. I don't check it. But there should be someone,
But
you know?
But this is what I'm saying. There must be someone there.
Yeah.
But he's not as big as
The guy from LA.
guy from LA, yes.
Of course. But of course.
Because that country is shite. It's not as developed as the place we're living.
All right, I'll tell you this. If we talk about, let's talk about sports, which is like more like, okay, balanced conversation. If I'm gonna talk about Canada, they're not great at sports, even though it's a big Western country and capitalist country. They're not great at sports. But if you say who is better in soccer or basketball, Greece or Canada? If you think like as you say, if it's true, everybody will say Canada, but it's not. Greece is better than Canada, even though it's smaller. But Canada is better in fucking ice hockey because they're fucking live in ice. Some things are more natural to happen. When you live in LA, you're close to producers, studios, artists. It's easier to make a record than when you get handed by a fucking light.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're talking about something irrelevant.
Why is
In
it
LA, you get all this company,
Yeah.
record producer and a manager, which is capitalistic positions, which will make you a star. You don't get that in Senegal.
You don't get that in Tanzania.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So all the results we have, all the fucking rock stars we have,
Yeah.
is a partially result of capitalism.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if
Okay.
no one bought this record, how can there be any rock star? There
No.
cannot be no rock star.
But
People have to buy the record to make a rock star. No money, no rock star. So you're just a Bosco on the street. You're a rock star. You're not a rock star.
No.
You're just a talented artist. That's what I'm saying, man. There are always talented people everywhere, equally, no matter where you are. But what makes the rock and roll fucking legends and the industry is capitalism.
I think it's just part of it. I don't think it's just that. I think there's talent.
If
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain
Yeah.
was born in somewhere poor country,
In Somalia.
no chance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's capitalism.
But maybe if Kurt Cobain was born in Somalia, he wouldn't have this disease because of the factories in fucking Washington, US, so he would be happy, so he wouldn't get drugs, so he wouldn't
No. That's
have
what
the
I'm-
need to make rock and roll. Don't just go from one angle. There's many angles. This
But
person,
we are talking about rock and roll in particular.
rock and roll doesn't come from capitalism. Capitalism exploits.
No. I didn't say rock and roll come from capitalism.
Okay.
Capitalism
Yeah.
makes rock and roll
Bigger.
what it is. Big. That sells.
Yeah, but what makes rock and roll? It's not that. Poverty makes rock and roll. Austerity. Not having makes rock and roll.
Yeah.
So what's better person
which
than
we're doing, yeah.
What's better person than fucking Chinese people or African people? Theoretically, they just don't have the fucking studios and the peoples or whatever. I don't believe they
imagine,
cannot
like,
do it.
the as we all know, China has the biggest fucking incomparable population. Can you like anyone
No,
can
dude.
say,
Now let me change it a little bit. I'll change it a little bit so you know. I'll get you closer to what I'm saying. Nowadays, I've listened to some really sick Indian metal. Seriously, really good technical shit. Forget the language and the accent and the shit. People laugh.
Yeah.
about. With English singers,
yeah.
you're gonna sit your pants. They're so good.
I know some Indian artists. Yeah, I know.
You know,
them.
I'm not talking about Indian music with the traditional way. I'm talking about like Western style music.
Yeah.
And they're the same in China, the same in Norway, the same in everywhere.
They're everywhere. Yes.
So let's just cut to the point. Like I did, like you did. What did you do? You realize I want to be a musician. You move to the UK, but that's not capitalism necessarily. That's just saying I want to be close to talented people. I cannot do that in Thessaloniki. You cannot do that in Seoul.
why not?
You can do it, but it's not gonna be as big. You need to be closer to bigger games, man. Bigger people.
Then what makes that big game? Capitalism makes that big game.
Nah. People
Is-
make
is-
it happen, man.
is-
People make it happen.
And how does people make that happen? By
Think about it.
spending money based
No,
on capitalism.
that's not
by
it.
consuming that music.
I think that's the byproduct. I don't think that's the focus. The focus is, think about it. Where is the number one place for jazz? Still, there's a point for that. New York. Why? Because all the jazz artists from US, of course, New York, of course, United States will have. They created the fucking genre. Of course, they will have the predecessor of it, right? So everybody from United States goes to New York to
Yeah.
become a jazz artist.
Yeah.
So you cannot say, "Oh yeah, I'm like from fucking Corse, from France, in a small island. I want to be a jazz artist." That's fine. But you see, you should move to fucking New York. Not because it's just capitalistic shit. Because how will you play jazz music? You need other musicians, right? So you should go to where other musicians are. And that's the center, that's the capital.
So
that's
why?
it.
So you tell me why they're centered in there? Why not everywhere?
Then we go like, that's the history of jazz music,
Yeah.
man. Then we're
So
gonna
why
go
that
this
history
kind of place.
even started there in the first place, in that particular
Because
place?
they were the first. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
tell.
no, you're not answering my question.
I'll
So
answer.
why that particularly happened in that space? Because New York,
What are you saying? What?
all the money comes to New York.
That's
the
right.
biggest city
That's
in the
right.
world.
That's right. But that's not why New York is number one. It is the capital of jazz music. That's not right. If you think about it, which one would you say? New Orleans. You should go south if you want to go to the roots of jazz, right? But no, New York was the first place that allowed black people to play music because it was a big city, so more liberal, more progressive. That's why jazz became big. It wasn't about capitalistic. Of course, a big city has more resources. Everybody knows that. But that wasn't because of that.
So you think they could be this jazz scene that we know today
Yeah.
exist without capitalistic market that people consume these products. So
But before that, it was just-
if nobody was marketing it, if nobody was buying the records, how can there be any scene
No,
anyway?
but what are we talking about? 20s, 30s? What the marketing you talking about? Like a local newspaper ad? What the fuck you doing?
That's a
Or you
marketing.
talking about 20,
That's a
22?
marketing too.
That's a marketing tool, but
So and then they gotta earn some money. They cannot live for nothing. Make the living.
they made a living. But wasn't it their talent? Wasn't it coincidence a little bit? So if you have endless money, you can make like the best band. Like that, you cannot. I know what you're trying to say.
No. I never said money would make everything possible.
Yeah,
I'm only saying talent
yeah.
in our current capitalized. No.
American-
Let me put it. Let me put it again. Let me put it again. In our current world, that is fucking hegemonized by a capitalistic world.
Yeah,
If you're not in this capitalism game,
yeah,
your talent
yeah.
cannot make money, and it's hard to make impact.
I agree on that. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
The history though is written by the human talent.
Let's
It
say
didn't written by-
I was born like I sometimes wish. I sometimes want to
Yeah.
live in a fucking jungle. I don't want all this shit. I don't want any of this shit.
You know what I believe? I believe in this shit. If you're gonna go check your DNA, I believe you have some Africa inside you.
Maybe,
10%, yeah. 10% African.
I'll be happy for that.
Yeah. I know I have some Africa from my grandfather.
I
was
don't
born in
want all
Cairo.
this shit actually. I don't want this fucking.
agree,
I don't
I
want
agree.
this iPhone. I don't want this.
Technology bills.
Yeah, I don't want
kind
this
of
shit.
Yeah.
If I were in a jungle, maybe like you say,
Yeah.
I would.
Be
I
fucking
wouldn't,
happy.
I wouldn't have a guitar, but I would still have.
You'll make a fucking guitar.
I would. Yeah, I
motherfucker.
would still.
You'll make some way.
Yeah, I would make some kind of musical instrument to express what's in myself.
Yeah.
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 And I would just play what's in my soul, what's in my brain. I would
Yeah.
explain it through my body,
Yeah.
through my voice.
Through your singing.
Yeah, through my voice and my whatever. Like I would
Instrument you create.
whatever instrument with fucking banana leaf or something.
Yeah.
Then I would just be happy and I would just die someday.
Of course. And think about all these people that got actually their lives got removed from Africa to go to United
Yeah.
States, right?
Yeah, but it,
What the fuck happened there?
so this is still a talented person,
Yeah.
but
He's not gonna be a star. I guess
yeah,
what you're
he's
saying.
not gonna be the rock star that we know.
Yeah.
My grandfather was exactly like that. He was a peasant, so fucking peasant, poor as fuck.
But was he writing music as well?
And he was like a performer in the town.
So he was writing music.
Nah, I don't know, but he was like a performer of this some kind of folk music. In the
Maybe it was a bit of theater as
yeah,
well.
agricultural, area. They would. It's like black people playing blues in farms
Ooh. Yeah, so it's blues. It's
because
fucking blues.
they were miserable, they were sad,
Oh.
they wanted freedom, and they had to cheer themselves
Yeah.
by playing music and singing something together. So my grandfather was kind of doing similar thing. He was in some kind of Korean folk music band in the village.
Yeah.
He was percussionist. He was like playing fucking Korean hi-hat.
He was
or
playing
something.
the Korean drums.
Korean hi-hat. Yeah, he was doing this dancing. Who knows if he was born in some other time and other place where things are capitalistically well arranged, then he could have done so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Maybe.
That's all I'm saying.
I
Capitalism
don't, I
makes
don't
stuff.
believe though. I don't believe though. I will say yes. Scientifically, yes. Theoretically, yes. You're right. But I believe that every human being, every living thing in this world, makes a circle that is kind of written for this person or this animal or whatever. You know, you can go out a little bit, but not as much. And that's your song. That's your story, man.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. I mean, that's my opinion.
The fuck we know it.
Yeah, we don't know. We just say our opinion. Wait! I have to stop you there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Visit our website to join our mail list to receive news and special offers around the band and the show. Feel free to talk shit about things you like or dislike. And please support us through Patreon so we can keep making awesome content for you. Follow us on social media and don't forget, in a fight between idiots, nobody wins. Until next time.